Stellacum, Washington. You're on the air with Congressman Pocan.
Okay, actually, I have a question for both of you. And is it, so do you think we've reached the point of late-stage capitalism where we have allowed such a system? So people talk about, of course, like money in politics, and they talk about corruption, they talk about lobbyists, but we've allowed such a system where corporations own airlines, where a few corporations own airlines, like cereal or water, where there's so much consolidation, even when it comes to European countries, social democracies, you know, like Bernie talks about, but there are capital strikes, and there's still a huge income gap. And we've seen in systems like under Salvador Allende and Jacobo Arbenz in Latin America, where workers truly had power. There were free market exchange. There were like regular free market exchanges.
Simon, what's your question?
There wasn't this Sorry. Let me. I'll finish in a bit. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, you're giving a speech here. What's your question?
Okay, is like, should us American citizens and progressives settle for more than we already have? You know, past the point, even beyond capitalism, and should that be mainstreamed or even indicated by even certain Congress people like yourself, Pocan?
Yeah, let me answer it this way, Simon. I think there is an attempt to have another Gilded Age, right, under Donald Trump. Clearly, all the billionaires he's brought into his administration, the fact that, their holy grail is a tax cut again for the wealthiest, and that should get pushback from the American people. And I think we saw that in the Wisconsin election, the Florida elections, in Republican districts that were much closer than they should have. We saw it in a special election in the legislature in Pennsylvania. And I think the fact that Bernie and AOC going around with the message being about the oligarchs is certainly proving that people care about that message. So I agree that we should talk about it much more. I think economic populism is always a great place to talk about because the average, 40% of people don't have $400 for an emergency expense. Mm-hmm. It impacts real people. Always should talk about that. And I do think there is the pressure of this trying to have a resurgence of a Gilded Age by Donald Trump. And I think that's going to ultimately be their fall.
Morris in